Thank you, Mayor and members of the City Council. We have had an opportunity to meet with city staff. Oh, I'm Linda Smith, and I'm a resident here of Lakewood, and I'm also with the Lakewood Chamber of Commerce. Good evening. We have had an opportunity to discuss where we would like to see the temporary sign code ordinance go with city staff, and we'd like to thank Mr. Buer, Dan, as well as Ellie, for taking time to sit down and chat with us about this. And our primary concern was more for the small businesses that are located in unusual parts of the city, if you will. We're not necessarily addressing issues for town center because these box stores certainly have the funding to pay for the large and well-lit signs. We're talking about a lot of our member businesses and a lot of the businesses here in Lakewood that are independent businesses that are mom and pops, and for folks that are working from their own homes even, to have an opportunity to grab the attention or the eye of folks that are passing by that might not even necessarily know that they're there. And that was our hope. We really didn't think, and we still don't think, that you're going to have a bunch of people having signs, lined from Gravelly Lake Drive all the way down 100th Street, etc. We think that this is just an effective tool for a lot of very small businesses that are either fledgling or starting up and can't afford to purchase a $30,000, $60,000 sign. It's just not within their budget. So we want to help them get a hand up. I think that the city all recognizes that we're having hard times right now. We're talking about seeing a decrease in the tax revenues that the city is receiving, and this seemed like a win-win for the chamber and our membership to be able to get a leg up to increase their profits, thereby paying additional taxes, which I think would make everyone in turn quite happy. If there's any further questions, I'd be happy to entertain them.
What input did your organization have internally regarding banner signs?
We did not have anything as far as input for banner signs.
So your input was strictly on the A-frame temporary signage?
That's correct. We were pleased to see that was added as an option. But once again, I think that there's a little bit too much concern here that every single business is going to go out and get a 40-foot banner, and every single business is going to go out and get an A-frame, and that's just not the case.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of concern on the council's part about A-frames. I will tell you that I'm sensing some concern about 40-foot banners, and that's why I found it curious that you hadn't provided any input on the banner. So you don't have a lot of membership that's clamoring for banners?
I've had 2 businesses specifically ask about banners, and they were pleased to see that it was in the language that I think that you all have in front of you.
Was it considered too draconian to have the temporary sign permit for the banners, or no?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Because that was a 15 days up, down for 7. Back.
Right, back up and then turn it around and do the hokey pokey.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Well done.
Anything else?
Well, I guess I just want to follow up on the banner question. From those businesses' perspective, I'm assuming that those were a couple of businesses who probably couldn't afford to go out and buy a permanent sign yet.
Correct.
And so they wanted to have the banner against the wall. Did they have any issues about some length of time that they might find satisfactory to have it be that situation?
I think that they would just like to have as much, what's the term to use, as much common sense to the approach as possible. I don't think that they would like to see anything limiting them to keep a sign up for X number of days only to take it back down again. But I do understand the council's concern on banners being outdoors, getting shabby, that kind of thing. But I think I think the language is pretty clear. You know, it goes down when it starts looking bad.
Any other questions for Ms. Smith? Mr. Whalen?
I guess my thought on the banner sign issue is, does it create a disincentive for a business that perhaps becomes a bit more established to then put up a more permanent, I'll use the word attractive, sign, as opposed to maintaining a banner sign in good repair, you know, that obviously isn't as attractive as perhaps a permanent sign would be that matches the facade or whatever other signs are within the relevant business community, whether it's a strip mall or otherwise?
It would seem to me that that would be an individual business decision to make, but as businesses grow, as businesses add additional employees and move into bigger digs, I think that image is a huge part of free enterprise, and you know, I can't imagine why a successful business would want to stay at a specific level, or you know, continue having an A-frame when they could have a monument sign or something that's backlit that would obviously bring more attention to their location. So no, I don't think that that's an issue.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.